What's up, Peak Timers? Today we're having a look back at every Hot Wheels Porsche Team Transport, plus I'm going to tell you what the current market value is of each one of them. The very first Porsche Team Transport is the Porsche 356 Speedster and the Volkswagen Transporter T1 pickup. We'll have a look at the back of each of the cards so we can see which release that these came with. So there's the other ones, the Nissan Laurel and the Nissan Skyline van right there, as you can see. But having a close-up look at this one right here, the Porsche 356 Speedster has some nice chrome wheels on it, 356 written on the side, a red interior on there, some white on the front as well as the rear. And then the Volkswagen Transporter T1 pickup has some nice blacked out wheels on there. I like the blue trim that they have at the bottom of each one of these as well. It looks really, really cool. And then we do have a removable back piece on the Volkswagen T1 pickup, so you can have it kind of come down, so you can have the Porsche sit just like this right here. So it looks pretty cool. That's kind of how it's displayed in the package as well. So it's a really neat movable part. It's quite a small team transport for its first one, because we did get into some much bigger ones, and we'll see some much bigger ones in these Porsches as well. And brand new in package, this team transport setup commands a value of $50. And we're gonna go ahead and put it in our first position on our display right here. Porsche 962 and Fleet Flyer, and this is numbered as number 6 release of the Team Transports, the Momo edition, big Momo on the side. If you look at the back of the card, we can see that this was released apparently with 4 different transports, which is kind of weird because the Nissan Laurel is actually also on the back of the card of our first one, the 356. So I'm not really sure why, but those are the other releases that it was released with. The Porsche 962 has the big Momo on the side of it, blacked out wheels on it. Really cool looking car all around. It's a really, really nice race car. And then we have our Fleet Flyer with the big Momo on the side of it, looking really, really cool. Big transport, definitely a lot bigger than the first one that we saw. And of course, rail riders on all of these, as they are premium cars, but just a really, really cool design. I love the red and yellow Momo. It looks really, really nice. And this Porsche 962 Momo edition with the transport has a current market value of $40. We're gonna go ahead and put it right up there on the first row in our second position. Porsche 356A Outlaw and Volkswagen Transporter T1 pickup, and this is numbered as number 13. If we look on the back of the card, this one was released with that Skyline GTR R34, as well as the Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX. Lots of Nissan releases for the original transports, so it's kind of interesting to see that. And this one is very similar to our first release, except that this one is the coupe variation, so it does have that hard top on there. This one also does specify it is a Momo car on the side, so you can see the black Momo logo as well as the black Momo logo on the side of the T1 Transport pickup right there. So really, really interesting design. I like the silver color of this one. I think it looks really good. And also, if we look at the tires on the Porsche, you can see it's got the tire lettering on there. So I really, really think that looks super, super cool. I'm a sucker for silver cars. I just like the way silver cars look. They show the design and angles of the car very, very well. And so in this one right here, you can see all the great lines of the old original Porsche. This Porsche 356 and the Volkswagen T1 pickup has a current market value of $30, and we're gonna go ahead and put it up in our third position in that first row right here. RWB Porsche 930 and Arrowlift, and this is number 17 in the Transport series. Looking at the back of the card right here, this one was released with the Mazda 787B and the Sakura Sprinter, as well as the 70 Plymouth Superbird and Wide Open. And this RWB Porsche is a very, very collectible one right here. This transport commands quite a bit of value compared to the other ones. And this one, you can see it's a really, really cool looking car. I mean, the RWB Porsche, they don't actually make any new RWB Porsches anymore, but there is a rumor that they're going to be coming back with them. But this one looks so good in these colors right here. And then look at the wheels, the matching wheels on the Transport and the RWB Porsche. It looks so, so good. The skull on the side with the RWB logo right there. Just a very, very cool looking transport, and I can see why this one commands such a high value. So what is the value of this RWB Porsche Transport? It has a current market value of $80, so quite a bit more than our other ones. We'll start this one off in our second row right here. Porsche 917 LH and Fleet Flyer, and this is number 41 as part of the Team Transport series, and this one was released with the Lancia Stratos Group 5 and Sakura Sprinter, as well as the AMC Rebel Machine and Wide Open. Looking at these close up, you can see the design. The 917 is just such a cool looking car. I love like the bulgy fenders on it. The little wing spoiler on there that comes out of the body looks super cool. Just one of the most popular race cars back in the day, especially from Porsche. I believe this was the one that came after the Ford GTs won Le Mans. It came to the Porsche 917s. So very cool cars, very historic cars, very valuable cars in real life. I mean, a real 917 is super expensive. And there's the Sprinter right here, again with the matching wheels on this one, the big Golf logo on the side of it. Just a really cool looking transport. I just love all the Golf livery cars that we get from Hot Wheels. And this one surprisingly is not that expensive to purchase today. It has a current market value of only $20. And let's go ahead and put it right up here in the second row. I think we're gonna have to just have its own row beside the RWB Porsche, just like that. Porsche 962 and Sakura Sprinter. This one with the shell livery. This is numbered as number 45 in the Team Transport series. And on the back, we can see this one was released with that Liberty Walk Skyline, as well as the 72 Plymouth Cuda in the retro rig right there, so you can see those ones. But the shell livery one, I think it looks really cool. So both of these do have white wheels on them, but they are different wheels on the Transport compared to the Porsche 962. I like the black roof on the 962. Just the design of this car is just such a neat looking one right here. It's kind of like the modern variation of the 917, but still very good, very popular race car back in the day. Like just the way that they've done this, the headlights, the rear of this car looks so good. And then the Transport as well, looking really good with the Porsche logo on the side of it, the stripe down the middle, the big shell logo on there. Very classic, and it's very much to the era that the 962 was released. So, and this one also being a newer Transport does not command a huge value. It only goes for $15 on the market right now. And we'll go ahead and start this one on our third row right here. I'll just put it right there, and there's room for our next one after it. Porsche 934.5 and Fleet Street, and this was a Legends Tour exclusive release. So if you went to any one of the Legends Tours events, you were able to get your hands on one of these. I don't think they were released in any stores. And if we look in the back, you can see it's just got the Legends Tour car on there, so there's no set or anything that this was released with. But just a really cool Transport. Again, silver. You guys know how much I like silver cars. And the 934.5 is just one of my favorite Porsches. I really like the design of it, the wide body look of it. The wheels on this one are fantastic. Different wheels on the Transport and the Porsche itself though. The Legends Tour logo is just such a cool logo, so I like how they've integrated that. The Porsche has it on the wing, and then the Transport has it just right there on the side. We got the extra spare tires on there as well. The colorway with the black stripe, the yellow, looks really good. I'm not sure the significance of 23. I think 23 might be for the 23 of the Legends Tours. So maybe it's the year of the Legends Tours. So that's possibly what it is. I'm going to go with that. But a really good combination right here of Team Transport. And currently this one you can pick up online, and it has a current market value of $40. And I would say go ahead and grab this one at $40 because I believe this one is going to go up in value in the future. It's just a really cool Transport, and as well is it harder to find than the other one. So we'll go ahead and put it right there on our third row. Porsche 959 1988 and Euro Hauler, and this is numbered as number 61 in the Transport series. We look on the back. This one came with the Mercedes CLK GTR and the Fleet Street, as well as the 33 Willys and the Speedways. But I mean, this Transport Porsche I think is amazing. Look at the big Euro Hauler of this one in package. Looks great. And then we do have the 959, which I still feel like is one of the most underrated Porsches of all time. It was way ahead of its time in the 80s. Nice all-wheel drive, the twin turbo on there. Just a really cool Porsche back in the day. The white wheels on this one look great. The white wheels on the Transport I think looks pretty cool as well. Different wheel tire combination. The big Porsche logo on the side of this Euro Hauler looks really cool. I think it suits the car very nicely. And this is like the off-road variation, so It's got kind of the raised up tire wheel combination on the 959, just a great look to it. And I think this one's going to be a very collectible transport in the future. But currently, because this one is so new, it is quite easy to get, quite overmade right now. So this one only commands a value of $15. So go ahead, pick it up right now because you will not regret it. This is going to be a great one to collect. We'll go ahead and put that one right in the middle right there. So currently, this is all of the releases of the Porsche transports, but there is another one that has been announced that is coming out. It's number 66, and it's a 66 Porsche 906 Carrera 6 and a carry-on. So we'll stay tuned and look out for that one. We'll definitely add that one to the collection in the future. Currently, this is the full complete collection, and if you were to pick these all up new, they have a total market value together as $290. So if you want to grab all of these, go ahead and look for them and grab them, add them to your collection, and that's what you're looking at as far as the price for them.